But it's how the Tories and Lib Dems get on in Cabinet that will be dominating the headlines here in the UK. Perhaps the most significant partnership will be between Chancellor George Osborne and Business Secretary Vince Cable. Bloomberg's Louise Beale takes a look now at who will get final say on issues such as breaking up the banks.
Said quite categorically.
Only a few weeks ago, these two men were at loggerheads.
I was the politician who last year first said that we needed to cut spending.
The Tories presided over 2 big recessions in office.
Now they're going to have to work together. On Wednesday, their positions in the new cabinet were confirmed. Conservative George Osborne is Chancellor, Liberal Democrat Vince Cable the Business Secretary. Some city bankers are appalled at the arrangement.
Unfortunately, with Mr Cable, he has views that the city is not concurrent with. Very draconian views on banks and the manner that they are to be broken up, and also on the bonus structure. And he fails to understand the most important thing, that the banking sector is the main artery to recovery of the world's economy.
Here in the City of London, some investors are pretty nervous about this coalition and what it might mean for their money. After all, these two men have some serious policy differences to overcome, particularly when it comes to banking regulation. A new commission will be formed to investigate the possible break-up of big banks, splitting retail banking from investment. It will also look at what limits, if any, they'll impose on individual bonus pay. Both men support a new tax on banks but differ on the details. Finally, what to do with the FSA is also up in the air.
The indications are that the FSA isn't going to be split up in quite the way that we thought it would. And I suspect that's because of Cable's influence. I think there will be a good countermeasure for each other.
But Britain's budget deficit will be top of the list of things to tackle. Cable has now agreed to accelerate spending cuts. Osborne will publish an emergency budget within 50 days containing £6 billion in savings. So some agreement, but can this relationship really work?
Well, it has to work. If you look at the plans the two parties had, they were not that different in the substance of the size of cuts in the deficits. Many differences in the details.
Prime Minister Cameron and Deputy Prime Minister Clegg gave their first joint news conference on Wednesday. Leading by example, they insist their parties will have to get on. And at no place is that more important than at the Treasury. Louise Beale, Bloomberg News.